Okay, it says we are live, and it looks like about 7 minutes, almost 7.5 minutes after the hour. A little bit late today. Of course, you won't be able to guess who called me right before showtime. Good old buddy Dan. So I have to stop answering the phone. I have to stop answering the phone just before showtime. That's what I've got to do. So let me see if I can find this show. Part 3. This is a rare part 3. We've done part 3 before, but not often. But this particular topic seems to have generated some discussion. So maybe it's worth continuing to pursue it. By the way, I'm pushing the envelope a little bit with stripes. And with, what do you call this style of vest? Sweater vest. What do you call that style? It's not argyle. It's something else, right? Maybe somebody will know. Let's see. Blue is in the house. And, yeah, it's starting to get a little chilly here. So I have to wear the vest for a little extra warmth. And pretty soon I'll have to be wearing like a cashmere sport coat, something like that, as the temperature continues to drop. In some cases, I might wear a cashmere vest and a sport coat. Carlos says, is it Christmas in Maryland already? Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Yeah, this is something you'd wear maybe at Christmas time. And since there aren't going to be as many Christmas parties this year, unfortunately, we might as well get started now. Might as well have the party now. A lot of things are being canceled. A lot of places are going back into lockdown. I think they announced today that they're going to close the schools in New York, even though schools are not a problem. Kids generally don't have a problem with this thing. But it is what it is. When the government takes control, they take control, and they don't usually like to give up control. Kyle's in the house at 17,000 per Bitcoin is what he's saying. Let's see what it is. Let's check it. And it's been pumping. It's been pumping for 6 weeks now, ever since Brianna released her Bull 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 song about Michael Saylor on Twitter. I don't know if any of you all caught that, but got 600,000 views. There it is, 17,528 as we speak. It's going to be interesting to see if it can hold these values. There's been talk that a lot of the money coming in is institutional money, and that a lot of it, they have a long time horizon. So they're buying and holding. So this could be a little different than the 2017 run-up, which was mostly fueled by speculators and short-term thinkers. So this is interesting to see if this holds true, that these are mainly long-term thinkers. We'll see how that all plays out. And Blue says, makes me sad I'm a no-coiner. Well, I would highly recommend people have at least one coin, one Bitcoin. I think that's a good place to be. Of course, that's assuming you don't have any debt, you have all your debts paid off, and you're otherwise financially secure, which I highly recommend that anyway. And then, yeah, sock away one whole Bitcoin. Why not? I think in the future, it might be very difficult to get your hands on one whole Bitcoin. There are going to be some real shortages incoming. Right now, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, they alone are buying more Bitcoin than is being produced. So the entire supply of new Bitcoin that's produced, Bitcoin's produced every 10 minutes, I think 6.25 Bitcoin every 10 minutes. They are buying more than that. So that one entity. So that's pretty interesting stuff. Okay, let me close out a few of these. Speaking of Brianna, this is her YouTube channel. I'm going to close that tab. I'm going through some tabs here, folks. There's Mid-Atlantic TV. And speak of Brianna, there is her Twitter. Her Twitter. Close that one for now. Oh, there it is again. It's open twice. Okay, I'll close that. And then that one. And then what was this Rolex tab, what we're looking at? Oh, a date 8. Of course, a date 8. Of course, we always look at date 8s. And so we'll close that. And this was Brianna's website. And what was this? This was, oh, her only, she set up an OnlyFans. But don't get all excited. She doesn't do any nude. People wanted her to set up an OnlyFans. I think thinking that she would put some nudie stuff up on there, but no, she doesn't do that. And somehow we ended up on the little treasury page. Somehow, some way. I'm closing out these tabs, folks. And then there's there's the article I did about the FOPE bracelet, the blog posting I did about the stunning FOPE bracelet. The stunner. I tell you what, it kind of distracts from the 002. It kind of overpowers. It makes quite a statement, the FOPE bracelet. I've only gotten favorable comments on it so far. I haven't had anybody say anything really negative about it. But then again, people usually are polite about things like that. So the FOPE bracelet. I also showed some of the pictures of the 002 stunner that's on wrist. Showed some pictures of that. There's the clasp, which, by the way, is made in Italy. It functions extraordinarily well. It's very well made. There's the case side view, which we talked about yesterday. Crown, the back side. It's got a nice back side. A nice back side. And there I am posing with the FOPE and the 002 stunner. And yeah, that's a cashmere vest there. Absolutely. All right, so let's see if we have any follow-up comments. Ghost of AC3, Lost Youth. Yes, dress watches are the only way to go. Steel sports are for boogans, whatever they are. There you go. Jipu, nice Christmas vest. There you go. That dope is stunning. FOPE. Okay, FOPE is stunning. Let's see. Kyle, did you ever see those new GMT pieces from GS Craig, the 40 millimeter models? I think I did. Feel free to send a link, anyone, anything you want me to bring up and show on the channel. But I think I did look at them. And from what I recall, they're not particularly thin. I think they're not particularly thin. And also, they do not have a rotating... Excuse me. Oh, boy, this cough will not go away. They do not have a rotating bezel as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Let's see here. Abuserve. Craig, should the wrench gang get together like Ocean's 11 and rescue the gold quartz stunner from Little Treasury? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That could be bold. Yeah, that might be a move. By the way, we watched Ocean's 11 the other day. Brianna and I watched it. I don't know how it came up, but we watched it. Fun movie. I think the original one is the best. Let's see. Blue in the house. You serve good idea. Rescue it by buying it. Here's the thing. Kyle, also on the subject of the movies, he asked about what's the best movie of all time. I think North by Northwest is way up there. You got to check that one out. Of course, The Sound of Music is a classic. I own that one. My Fair Lady is amazing. Of course, there are movies like Gone with the Wind, which is that hard to get anymore? Did they kind of ban that a lot of places? I'll tell you an obscure movie that's very interesting is Strangers on a Train, an Alfred Hitchcock movie. I like fun movies like To Catch a Thief with Cary Grant and Grace Kelly. That's a good one. Let me think what else you would want to watch. Oh my gosh, there's so many good ones. Really good ones. So Suspicion was another really good one. I think that was also directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Cary Grant in it, I believe. So a lot of good ones out there. Let's see. I did make an offer on the Quartz Stunner, on the 9F Stunner, but it was not accepted. Okay, Mike says, nice vest. I probably missed who it was made by. Do you like Pendleton? I have bought a sweater by them last year. Good quality. They make some good stuff. I prefer cashmere, and I don't think they make much in cashmere. This one is lamb's wool, so this is not cashmere, but I most of my sweaters and or sweater vests, most of them are cashmere, this being an exception. Yeah, I would search for cashmere. I think it really feels a lot nicer. This was just quick and easy to put on because it just, buttons up the front, and so I could throw it on real quick. I was behind schedule today, as you guys know. I started late. So, yeah. They aren't thin enough, and I don't like that there isn't an on-the-fly adjustable bracelet function. They were so close with those, no rotating bezel either. Yeah. Yeah, they really should consult with us, Kyle. I think you and I think we could get on the phone with them for an hour, and we could probably straighten them out on a lot of things. I think we could straighten them right out. Robin and the Seven Hoods. There you go. Oh, boy. Here I go yawning again. Did it during yesterday's show. My favorite movie is Dead Ringers. Not saying it's the best, just my favorite. I don't know if I've seen that one. You serve. Craig, have you heard of EI Pasco Saddlery for revolver holsters? No, I have not. But there are a lot of makers out there that make really good holsters. That's still a thing. So, Kyle in the house, the 231 is still the best sports watch they make. There is the 231. It's stunning. But you have to like a big watch, and you have to have a decent size wrist, excuse me, to sport that puppy. But yeah, I agree. I think it's hard to top that puppy, and it's been out for years, and it has stood the test of time. It has stood the test of time. Life is Beautiful is a great movie. Interesting. I haven't seen that one. Of course, there's the classic, I think by Capra, It's a Beautiful Life. There's that one, right? And of course, there are holiday favorites like Miracle on 34th Street. Great, great movie. So, yeah. Let's be honest, Godfather is the best movie of all time. The original Godfather's good, and some of the sequels were good too. Yes, Godfather is good, is a good one. I even like the movie Killer Elite, the original one with James Caan, I believe. That was a cool movie. There's some obscure movies that were pretty good, right, back in the day. And by the way, I liked all the Columbo made-for-TV movies. Every episode of Columbo was like epic. I mean, he's so cool. He was such a cool character. Lance sent an email. Mike says, Sunset Boulevard. Yes, Sunset Boulevard, absolutely. Abso-positively. They should watch what's called the young folks should watch what's called the Essentials. There's a list of movies called the Essentials. I think, was it American Movie Classic? No, or Turner Classic Movies? Were they the ones that put together that list of movies they called the Essentials? And yes, they should watch those. Casablanca is on that list, absolutely. Out of Africa, I think I watched it, but I don't really recall it that much. But yes, I think that's probably a good one. Blue Velvet. I don't know about Blue Velvet. I don't know about Blue Velvet. Oh, yeah. Some of the cult classics are like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's look at what Lance has up his sleeve. And I hope this isn't one from like 2015, like the Oris he sent. Well, now this one, it's a little bit pricey. I don't care if it is 18 karat yellow gold. That's a little bit pricey for an Omega on a strap, I think. My gosh, for that kind of money, you could get close to an 002. And yeah, I don't particularly like that case design. Not as flowing a case design. I think that would look much better on a bracelet. At least it does have a deployant. I'll give it that. I'll give it that. Nice piece of kit, though. Nice piece of kit. Let's see. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Oh, yeah. I like a lot of Clint Eastwood stuff. And a lot of his lines are so great. There's a YouTube video of just his classic lines. So, do you feel lucky, punk? I mean, it's so good. And then that movie, was it Joe Kidd, where he said something like, I've got $5. I've got $5, it says. I could snap your neck before you get that rig moved a half an inch. Oh, man, these lines. That may not be the exact line, but it's close enough. He just has some of the greatest lines. I'd get a Patek. Not over an 002 you wouldn't. You'd have a lesser watch. The Mechanic, yeah, Charles Bronson. I love it. I love it. Says it's about staying outside of it all or something like that. Yeah. That's great. Bitcoiners would love that line. It's about staying outside of it all. Have you ever seen Swept Away? I don't think I saw that one. And of course, there's some of the Raquel Welch movies where she was just smoking hot. I mean, there's like Fathom. Of course, the original one, was it 1 million years BC or something like that? Whatever that original one that made her a breakout star. Just about anything she was in the first few years there, I mean, she was just smoking hot. Raquel Welch, I mean, my God, can you imagine? Let's see here. Carlos says, be a serve. I think for Craig's use, the watch is perfect. Not sure if I would wear a Calatrava kind as daily. Yeah, you probably could. I don't like the small crown on them, and I don't like the shape. When you look from the side, I don't like what the case looks like from the side on those. The side, the all-important side view. Let me show you what I mean. Let me go to the side view, and you'll see what I mean. And of course, I think the movement is far superior on the Grand Seiko, and I like the size too. At least for me, the 38.5 mil, and I think the size would be great on Carlos too because he has a big wrist. So I think the size would be also a big plus. Here's what I mean. See that how stunning it looks from the side view? And again, it's very often that's the view of your watch that people see, especially the crown side, right? That's what they see, see? That's if I'm holding my hand like this or whatever, and no matter what way I'm holding my hand, you're generally seeing down towards the side view. You're not seeing straight on like this. People don't hold their hand like that, right? You're seeing generally the side views, right? And so that's why that's so important. We study these things, folks. We study these things. It's what we do. Let's see. Side is so thin that you hardly see anything. Yeah, and see, that's the other thing. you want a little bit of presence there, right? You want a little bit of presence there just to make that little bit of a statement. I think this is the perfect compromise. This is 10 mils. So see, even on this tight cuff, I can put it inside the cuff if I choose to. But of course I don't want to because I want it exposed. But half exposed would probably be the best way to go on this watch. You know, just half exposed like that. But yeah, I think that yeah, it's hard to beat the 002. I meant over that Omega, I'd rather get a Calatrava at 19K just for nice occasions and to admire. There you go. Probably. Let's see. Craig, what do you think of those ultra-thin watches made by Vacheron, the ones that are wafer-thin? I don't, again, I think you get the better presence with one that has a little bit of thickness. 10 mils, I think, is a sweet spot for a straight-up dress watch. I think 10 mils is plenty thin enough and still gives you a nice little bit of gold there to get a little bit of a statement. Maybe, sir, for a moment we thought you were criticizing Craig's choice. Kyle in the house. Craig, what are your opinions on the Bulova Super Seville, very original design? Can somebody send me a link to one and we'll take a look? If anybody can send me a link, I'd be happy to pull it up and we will take a look. What else? What else were we going to talk about? Oh, speaking of old movies, I got to tell you a project that Brianna's working on. She's going to do, and it's probably going to take her a while to work on it, but I'll let you guys know. Hey, keep this under your hat. This is inside information. She's going to work on a remix of the famous Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend that Marilyn Monroe performed in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. She's going to do a version of that song where instead of saying that they prefer diamonds, they prefer Bitcoin. She's going to substitute Bitcoin for diamonds throughout the song and change the wording around a little bit, right? And so she's going to do a remix music video of that classic. So that should be pretty freaking cool. Pretty cool. She already did a thing where she was singing Happy Birthday to Satoshi, pretending like she was Marilyn Monroe. Remember when Marilyn Monroe famously sang Happy Birthday to JFK? She also did it for Robert Kennedy as well, I believe. But anyway, she already did a video of that. Maybe I can pull that up. Would you guys like to see her singing like Marilyn Monroe? Would you like to see that? Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, where is it? Oh, here it is. Happy birthday, Mr. Satoshi. All right. I'll go ahead and play this for you guys. This is pretty good.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Satoshi. Happy birthday to you. Thanks, Mr. Satoshi, for all the things that you've done, the battles that you've won, the way you deal with fiat, and our problems by the 21 million. We thank you so much. Brief It Dance loves you 21 million times, Mr. Satoshi. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Satoshi. Happy birthday to you. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and share. I hope you liked the video.
That's
If you
pretty
did,
wild.
please
Okay, hold on.
subscribe
Let me
and
just
hit the
stop
bell
this,
button
make sure
for
it doesn't play
notifications.
something else. I think it's trying to play something else. We close this. All right. That's pretty wild. Okay, Dur says, I have no idea who any of these people are. Satoshi is the inventor of Bitcoin. All right, let me go back and make sure I catch up on the comments here. Let's see. Caligula. I don't think I watched that. Tell you the truth, I should probably do it. That is a famous thing. Let's see. Peter O'Toole is. It is called. Okay. Craig, I've sent an email of an ultra thin. Okay, we'll look at that. No idea. And any of these people in the songs are. Okay, so there are the other songs that she did. The one that she did about Michael Saylor was really her first. That's a big hit, 600,000 plus views. Michael Saylor is the gentleman who owns MicroStrategies, who bought $425 million worth of Bitcoin. And each week she's done a different video about a different person that is significant to Bitcoin in some way or the other. So she's been singing about Bitcoiners. And by the way, throughout those 6 weeks that she's been doing this, Bitcoin has pumped like crazy. There are a lot of people that are saying that Brianna started the current bull run. So there you go with that big hit video about Michael Saylor. And then since then, Michael Saylor has been making the rounds and has been on a lot of podcasts being interviewed. Let's see. Craig, are you a ghostwriter for Bree's lyrics? I help her out some, but she does a lot of the work, but I help her out some here and there. And Carlos says Bree should change the B in her necklace for B. She has a Bitcoin necklace now also. She has 2 of them. But the Bitcoin necklace doesn't show up as good in the videos, unfortunately. So we're still looking for one that has a better B that would stand out more, that is the Bitcoin B. I agree with you, Carlos. When is Bree going to sing a song about Craig? Craig is a ship. We'll see about that. Kyle in the house, she could sing about long-term holders and mention Craig. Yeah. She has sung about some long-term holders, and yeah, she is going to do more. She's going to do more. Stay tuned. Let's see. BU Serve retracted a message. Okay. And the lights behind me went out again. I kind of like it with them out. I kind of like it with them out sometimes. Okay, what else? Oh, we talked about this Milgauss yesterday. The Milgauss. Oh, I think somebody sent another email. Let me look. I will pull it up. Ultra thin. I got two. I got two ultra thins. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be a little scared. And also, that one, you look at in the picture, you notice how it does not flow nicely to the wrist. It should have a little curve to those lugs and flow a little bit more around the wrist, if you ask me. I think that would be more attractive. The dial is gorgeous, but see how tiny the crown is? I'm just not a fan of the tiny little crowns. It just scares me that it wouldn't be as robust. I still like a watch to be robust, even if it's going to be elegant. I want it to be robust. Let's look at the one that Lance sent in. The one that Lance sent in. And this one, I don't know where this one is. Let's see what we got on pictures here. I do like the shape of the lugs better on this one. I do like the look of that case. Yeah. And this one doesn't look to be as thin as the other one. Of course, I'd prefer a deployant class, but you can't always have everything in this world. I guess unless you buy an 002. But yeah. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Let's see what else they say about this piece. Where's the size? 36 mil. Which isn't terrible for a dress watch. That would be doable. But that's probably why their price is somewhat reasonable. Where is it located? Oh, Japan, of course. Yeah. Okay. All right. I kind of like it. Let's see. Those VCs are like 40 millimeter, if not long, really big. Yeah, that would be a little bit too big for me for a dress watch. But for Carlos, it'd probably work. Ultra thin is too much of a good thing. I like trim ladies, but definitely not anorexic ones. There you go. Good point. Good point. A very good point. Yes. I say, too thin can be too thin. I think 10 mils on this one works very nice. Of course, I have it fully exposed right now. I have it in the power position right now, as is the FOPE in the power position. This particular shirt is a Gitman Brothers, which is a 15.5 33, and that makes the cuffs very tight on me. Usually I wear a 16-33, and then the collar's a little bit too loose, but the cuffs are acceptable. And people say, oh, you should go to custom made and all that. I don't want to go to custom made. I can get by. The cuffs are a little bit tight or the neck's a little bit loose. I can make it work. I can make it work. Okay. Let's see what else. We got another email sent in. Oh my God. Oh geez. Here I go yawning again. he sent a picture of, he says, a beautiful woman, AOC. Well, I will tell you that AOC is an attractive lady. I mean, she's put together. Have you seen that video of her dancing on the roof when she was in college, I guess? She's put together. Heaven help us if she gets any more power than she already has. But anyway, those of us Bitcoiners don't really care one way or the other. We're going to live outside of the situation. Kyle's in the house. He says, Craig, when did you last go to the local Rolex AD? Did they have any sports models? They had very few. If you call a Yachtmaster in steel and gold, I believe. Yeah, they had that. They had very few. And that was a couple years ago. Haven't been for a couple years. I would doubt that they have any at this point. Let's see. AOC/Bree Fit Dance should collab. Doesn't she live around the corner? Good point. Good point. Maybe they could collab on something. On a dance number. I wonder if AOC's into Bitcoin. If we could get her into Bitcoin. You know, some of these Democrats talk a good game about being for the little guy. We'll find out if they really are, if they get behind Bitcoin. If they get behind Bitcoin, then that tells us right there that they are for the little guy, because the Bitcoin is an equalizer. It's a level playing field. Everybody has a chance to buy Bitcoin. The unbanked can be banked with Bitcoin. If AOC ever won an election, America would be doomed. Well, she has won. She is an elected official. So there you go. I think you mean if she got even more power. Craig has ascended beyond Rolex. Life is too short. There you go. AOC is a garbage person and a devil. Uh-oh. No, AOC, says Sam. Hey, she can dance, though. And she's put together. She's pretty well built, I would say. I have to be honest about things here. On the channel here, we're honest about things. Now, is she a whack job nutcase? Well, yeah, duh, you know. But here's the thing. I mean, these people that get into this politics and all this stuff, and they think that the government is going to help solve their problems, they're delusional in the first place. If they think the government is ever going to help them, yeah, they are in for definitely a rude awakening, because the government is probably not going to help them in any way, shape, or form, unless they're on the government dole. And I guess, yeah, they might get some help. Kyle sent an email. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Not loading in. Give it a minute here. Oh. Why is this not loading in? Kyle, I'm not seeing your email. Give me a moment here. Let me refresh and see. Sometimes my Gmail acts funny when the streamer here is hogging the bandwidth. But for some reason, it's not showing up. Yeah, you might have to resend that. I don't know what happened here. Okay. Sam says he doesn't want a 90% tax. Buy your Bitcoin and put it away somewhere safe. That's what I would recommend. Ghost of AC3's Lost Youth. I could have tapped AOC back in the day. Unfortunately, as I am now, she would pepper spray me and her security detail would stun me with a cattle prod. Carlos in the house, I heard Pelosi does incredible things without the dentures. Oh my goodness. Oh, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I heard she was a real looker back in the day. Okay, Kyle's email came in. Can you imagine? Okay, let's pull this one up. Let's try to get on a different subject here if we can. Here is a Bulova. Yeah, that looks like a date 8. A Bulova that looks like a date 8. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? I mean, that's just a straight up copy of a Day Date, but look how poorly that end link fits to the case. That's the problem. You get these affordable watches and they just tend to be junky. I mean, they really do, most of them. Yeah, and the side view of the case, it's not correct. It's not correct. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Looks like it's got solid end links, but they don't fit well. Yep, I'd say quality lacking. Quality lacking. Let's see. Bernie Sanders, the socialist with multiple estates. Well, yeah, the elite, if you're at the top of the pyramid, I mean, you need certain benefits so that you can serve the people and so that you can direct them properly, right? You need to have a clear head, and I mean, you need to have room to roam and to think. I mean, after all, you're an intellectual, you're superior, so you need to be able to do all that, right? So you need resources. And I like the way when they talk about basically they need more money, they need to take more money from you, right? They refer to it as resources. We need more resources. They don't like to use the term money because that could be a negative thing. Let's see here. To be honest, we need good-looking officials that are young. 90% of Congress is over 80 years old. Yeah, I wouldn't complain if all our elected officials look like AOC and they're all smoking hot. I mean, if we're paying through our nose for them anyway, they might as well be. Sam's in the house. She's dating a white guy. Well, they're a lucky guy. Sounds like Carlos might have had a thing for RBG. Okay. Sam says, hell no. I love real day date. Real day date. Oh, yeah, I hear you. Carlos is in the house. He's laughing. Derek says, Craig, what is happening on this day date? We showed a day date earlier. You should have tuned in. I had a day date up on the screen earlier. An actual one, a real one. Go back and watch. Sam's in the house buying 18K gold figurative change, throwing money away. I would buy a FOPE. That's what I did. It's on the wrist right now. FOPE. I'd buy a FOPE bracelet. I think that's the way to go. Absolutely. Derek's in the house. Craig, you're still getting a new Day Date 40 with a black face, yes? Probably not. Probably not. Unless some subscriber wants to gift one to me. That might be. I'd accept a gift. Maybe Derek will buy one live and gift it to me. Carlos is in the house. Should we resurrect Colombo to investigate the audit, and audit the ballots? Yeah, he could probably get to the bottom of things. He would probably get to the bottom of things. I'm shocked that these Democrat-run areas might have some corruption. I'm shocked. As he said in Casablanca, I'm shocked to see gambling's been going on here. Sam says, looks nice. This is the fake Clive in the house. He says Pence's wife is a dime. No, I'm not sure what that means. Dame, you mean? Okay. And the fake Clive says Trump 2020. And B Serve says the real Clive votes for Biden along with the dog man. I would not be surprised if they did. Not be surprised in the least. So, but really, at the end of the day, it makes no difference. They're both going to spend like drunken sailors. It doesn't make any difference. No matter who gets in, Bitcoin's going to go up, and the fiat currency is going to go down. That's how this whole thing works. That's the train we're on. All right. We're going to wrap this puppy up. wrap it up. I got a video shoot tomorrow, so I doubt that I'll be doing a show tomorrow. That is Wednesday. We'll try to shoot for a show on Thursday. We'll see how that goes. And of course, Brianna's show is Friday. So another week is going to be in the can real quick here. Just like that. Just like that. Another week in the can. Carlos probably Durr in Michigan voted for Biden while he thinks otherwise. Yeah. I'm pretty sure his vote was counted as a Biden vote. they Oh man. I am shocked that there could actually be voter fraud going on. I am shocked. Derek says, wait. Let's give him a close-up of the 002. What do you think about that? How do you like them apples? There you go. I never thought I'd have a watch that was comfortable to wear on the bone as this one is. On or below the bone, either way, it doesn't make any difference. It's super comfortable wherever it lays on the wrist. A big advantage. We got in late today at my house. Wait, Craig. I actually started, I have to be honest, I started a couple minutes late. Wow, and they all voted for Biden. Yeah, a bunch of people that had no idea they were voting for Biden evidently voted for Biden. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Hey, you build a big, huge, powerful government, and then you're, like, concerned when they, like, turn on you? That's kind of how it all works, folks. It's just like, you know, if you got an alligator, if you got a pet alligator, and you keep feeding them, right here's my website, CraigShipp.com. Do a little plug for my own website. All right. So you have a pet alligator, right, and you keep feeding him, and he keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then eventually he breaks loose and eats you. I mean, that's kind of your fault, right? Kind of your fault. Durr's in the house. 50% of Detroit can't even read. Of course, they needed coaching at the polls on how to vote. Yeah. Here, let me do that for you. Here, oh, who'd you want to vote for? Okay, I'll take care of it for you. I could see that happening. Trashy Larry in the house. Whoever is in charge, I will still live in my car. Sam hung low. Hopefully the defund police, hopefully, I guess you're saying hopefully they defund police before they take the guns. Yeah, it would be pretty bad if they took the guns first and then defunded the police. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it'd be important that they get that in the correct order. Okay, guys. On that note, I'm going to let you all go, and I'm going to get something to eat. I've been cooking some beans today. Slow cooking them in the crock pot. Going to have some beans. And then we're going to see where we go from there. Thanks all for watching.